Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Ceremonial Witch here. And I know it's been a while. Sorry about that. But shit happens. Sometimes you just gotta step away from it all and come back into it. Yeah, I talked a bit about last time just coming back on here and speaking and trying to get away from the putting videos on and plugging and all of that. And, I might actually go back to the 45-minute episodes rather than the 3-hour episodes, because I found with the 3-hour episodes, I don't just come on here and talk. When I had the 45 minutes, I struggled to have not enough time to speak, and I put out more videos with less plugs and stuff, whereas now I'm putting out entire videos where I don't even speak. I'm just revisiting all this information, which is good, especially for me, because I'm getting more insights, and I'm writing a whole lot in my journal and shit like that. And like I got personal journals for magic. I got personal journals for me. I got journals for my sleep. I got episodes, one for the Magic on a Budget show. I never really actually did. The point of what the show was to do, so that's something I got to revisit. Literally just going step by step on how to do magic without actually having to buy anything, and how I do it. Let's say if I have no candles or whatever. And, my wife's working overtime and she's got the fucking bank cards and all that. I got nothing, but I need to do something, I whip out some fucking, one of those paper bags, basically, that you would see alcohol in, I wouldn't use an LCBO bag per se, but, like the old style lunch bags that are brown paper bags, something like that I would grab because it's got more of that old-timey look or feel to it. And if you can grab parchment, I'm not talking about the parchment you cook with, although, there's nothing to say you can't use that as long as you can find something to write on, because technically they got wax on them too. Wax is a pretty special substance, but point is, I'd whip that out and I'd probably do a fucking sigil. And then, if, most people have a phone these days and do my affirmations on there, or even do, a fucking spell / fucking hypnosis script to play over my head, which is just going to be in the form of basically affirmations over and over again. I might even put a ritual on the phone, and this way I can focus solely on the visualizations as I'm actually performing the ritual on the recorder. And all I mean by that is, especially if you're first starting, you might have trouble visualizing, doing even just lesser banishing, for example. You might have trouble visualizing, yourself getting bigger than the earth. And, at the same time, you have to remember all the script. If you're going to your garage or your secret room or wherever your temple or wherever you're doing your ritual is, you know what I mean? People around, it might be difficult. If you got headphones, especially headphones that block out sound, put those bad boys on. Now, this is why I like using a recorder. If you're going to use your phone, put it on airplane mode. And if you can, keep your phone locked so the screen's not on. And if you're listening to it, that would be preferable, because, if you're in your sacred circle with candles around and all that, you don't want stuff to fuck around with you for, whether you want to think it's spirits or just energy or whatever, but they don't like certain lights and things like that. And to me, like, I never even brought my phone into my ritual space, whether it was in the garage. In the garage, I used to bring my phone, but I wouldn't have it near me or in the circle. Actually, sometimes I would leave it outside, depending if it was winter or not. Last thing I need to do is drop another phone in the snow and then bring it in, and then when the snow melts, there's still water inside of it, and it fucks up my phone. A couple of days later when I put it on the charger, it's kind of crazy. The phone would retain the water the entire time, but as soon as I put the electricity in it, and the electricity went through the circuit, and that water was on that circuit, it would fry it. So it'd be like, oh, fuck, my phone's fine. And then a couple of days later, like, boom. And, oddly enough, it would be like that Mercury retrograde would hit. And, you could pipe it right up to coincidence that, well, it wasn't Mercury retrograde. I dropped my fucking phone in the snow, and then I put it on the charger 2 days later, and there must have still been water in there. But, it is what it is. I don't really give a shit. It's a learning lesson either way. But anyways, back to the point. You go into your ritual space with your headphones on and your phone or your recording device in your pocket. I was always really good at memorizing, so I didn't have to unless I had really elaborate things I was trying, or the beginning of a new grade where I had to know new stuff. Then I would have a special book. None of the above mentioned books. Its own book that's consecrated to be in a ritual setting. I would write in, and only with one certain pencil, lead, Saturn's metal, you know what I mean? Lead, is something that protects you from radiation, but there's also lead poisoning. That right there is a big hint on Saturn and the polarity of Saturn, how Saturn can protect you or Saturn can kill you. I mean, this stuff is pretty obvious whenever you're looking for it, but it's not obvious when you're not looking for it. No one knows about Saturn or lead or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, people think lead poisoning and all this shit is bad and all that, but technically that cell phone in your pocket is way worse than what lead can do. You could suck on 100 pencils and not get lead poisoning, leave it in water and drink it and not get lead poisoning. Lead poisoning is something completely different that people don't quite understand, and, you know, just regurgitating stupid info that's not accurate probably, but yeah, anyways, that's just a little tip, but that's what helps. Whether you're doing your ritual on the couch at night in like a meditation state, which I highly recommend, but I don't recommend just doing that alone. I've had success with that, but like I said, even when I do that, it's busy week, it's summertime, kids are all home, shit's crazy, you know what I mean? It's not like in the winter where I'm here by myself or just me and the baby and she's having naps all the time and I got these free hours. I'm totally going to my ritual space to do shit. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to doing that as well. But whenever it's busy around here, it's hard to do that. So recording yourself doing a ritual when you have the time, you can actually do the ritual, or you can just say the words, perform it as if, you know, you're not. You got to try to make sure you don't do it in a disrespectful way. Always give the most respect to the divine in these words and these rituals. Don't treat it like it's just stupidity or anything. Even if you don't understand it, treat it with the utmost respect. But yeah, you record your ritual, and then this way, whenever you're on the couch meditating, or even in your ritual space, you put the headphones on, and you can focus on doing the visualizations as you're saying the words, but it's actually the recorder saying the words for you. You know what I mean? And it's also going to help your memorization, because once again, if you're visualizing on something, okay, using that female visualization, which is kind of part of the male mind because you're using the conscious mind to do it, but its visualization is a kind of a female energy. It's the way you talk to your subconscious mind. That's how you talk to it. You show it the visualizations, you know, and then the male energy, which once again can be debated, but the male energy of the form, okay, the force is kind of like the visualization, and the form is turning up those emotions and acting as if it's already happened. Now that is debated. You don't. To me, like, I've went through this before. If you have certain emotions, or you can watch a TV show or listen to a song that tears you up, all right. Now I wouldn't do it to that song, but once you have that emotion and you're in that state of whatever love or whatever feeling you have, okay, then you have that that electricity going through your body, whether it's the magnetic electricity or the other electricity. There's an electrical current coming through you, and it's of a loving vibration, all right? Well, that's when you need to think about your manifestation, and that's what I do. I mean, even when I'm not performing magic per se, if I get choked up, I normally start my day off by putting something on, okay? This morning, and it's random. It's not even something I'm trying for half the time now. I just start watching a couple YouTube videos. Like, this is not a very first part of my day, you know. I start off with, the adorations and shit like that of the sun and different things I do to whatever. And, just first thing I do is my dream journal and all of that. And then, some negative fucking meditation / brainstorming and different things like that. But after all that, when I'm having my fucking coffee or whatever there, I'm just relaxed and having a smoke outside, I put on YouTube, and today it was Graham Hancock. I watched the thing with him, Russell Brand, a few times. That popped up. But then after that, it was a conference on one of his books where he talks about his daughter being a high-powered lawyer in New York who finally followed her heart and dream, and she is now into healing because she's got a talent for healing. And she's also a singer, just like he was a songwriter kind of thing. And she sang a song. And I mean, as he was saying that, I felt the fucking emotions coming along. And then when she started singing, I was getting tears in my eyes. I know that sounds fucking stupid. And people are going to be like, oh, what a bitch. But I don't care what you fucking think. I really don't. If you think that, then you're not going to be very good at magic. You know what I mean? I'm in touch with that side of myself because this is important. It's super important. And so I stop the fucking thing and I think about manifestation. You know what I mean? I visualize it. I already got the feelings going from there. And from there, when I think of my visualizations, then it just automatically turns into me being happy about what happened. Because I've been training myself to do this. Anyways, back to the point. If you, this is not even what I'm supposed to be talking about. I'm supposed to be talking about something completely different, not even really magical, to be honest. But, and I don't want people to get the wrong impression. But anyways, I'll get to that, back to that in a second. But, yeah, so recording on a device and then turning your visualizations, because if you don't have candles, if you don't have incense, if you don't have an altar, if you don't have any of this shit, okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, I would say get it, and eventually, but you can still, anything you can conceive in your head. That's Mercury, baby. You're using the male and the female energy there, because he's got both. He's neutral. Or I say he, but, it's Mercury. Mercury is both. But your mind, is Mercury. I looked up the chakras and the planets the other day, and there's so many different opinions on there, on which planets go where. Saturn's generally at the bottom of the tree of life is the top. And if you invert the tree of life, you can kind of see the pattern, because the root chakra Saturn, and whatever, when you invert the tree of life, the Kabbalistic tree of life, it's the way people present the chakras in the planets. It's kind of interesting. And as above, so below. A tree above the ground kind of looks like a tree under the ground. The roots kind of look like the top part, does it not? But anyways, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh yeah, Mercury, your mind. You can in your mind have fucking candles dedicated to every fucking god there is. Every god you can conceive of, you gotta have incense. If you can't afford to have frankincense or myrrh, or don't know where to find it, or you don't even have it in a cold store, doesn't matter. You can visualize that shit. No, if you believe in sacrifice, you can visualize yourself sacrificing something. Let's say you believe in some kind of tradition, but yet you don't want to sacrifice anything. But everything else in that tradition goes along with it. But you really can't bring yourself to sacrificing a goat. I know this is a fucked up metaphor or simile or whatever, correspondence, but I'm just trying to make a point. But you can visualize it happening in your head. And you don't have to actually kill anything. Do you understand? And it's the thought that counts. But to me, sacrifice is something that comes from you. If you got a bunch of goats, or you steal someone's goat and you kill it, it's not a sacrifice. If anything, the guy you stole the goat from, he's going to get whatever you're asking for. A sacrifice is something that costs from you. You're showing something symbolic to the divine. There's things you can ask for. I said this in one of my first episodes. There's things you can ask for that are like almost a right to you, doing something with the full moon, which is coming up a couple of days, 3 or 4 days, I want to say, maybe less. But to do something on the full moon, that is something that's kind of allowed to you or whatever. You have certain rights and freedoms even with the divine, okay? You really do. But it's the extras. The divine wants you to be a good person. I mean, this is coming from my programming and my fucking state of mind, so make of it what you want. But, the divine, to me, wants you to just have, a place to be, place to practice. You're allowed to find your passion and do it. You're allowed to be depolarized. You're allowed to have enough money to survive and support how many children you have and pay for your whatever. But whenever you get into the realms of above that, like, do I need 2 cars? No, I absolutely do not. Therefore, I need to sacrifice shit to my deities, to the gods, to get stuff to maintain my 2 vehicles. Do I need as many bedrooms in my house? Well, I kind of do because of my kids, but it could be day-to-day because I could get bunk beds for the girls, I could get bunk beds for the boys, and I could have a 3-bedroom instead of my fucking... Well, it's kind of like a 5-bedroom, you know what I mean? I got a finished basement with 2 rooms plus a laundry room plus the main part where the kids can play, and there's like an extra living room, and then I got 3 rooms upstairs. You know what I mean? So technically, I can put bunk beds in both the upstairs, and I can rent out the basement to pay for this party instead of asking the divine and having everybody have their own room. You know what I mean? But that is what it is. So I have to sacrifice something personal to me, something that means something to me. I buy these candles and I give it to the divine because they signify the elements and stuff like that, right? With fire, You got fire, and you got the earth element mainly there, right? Wax, it's kind of, it's not a representation of earth, but the wick, the wax is all made from matter, made from the material realm. This is how I look at it in my head. You can say whatever you want, I don't give a fuck. But you put stones around there, your crystals, your rocks, your sacred gems, or whatever. Those are the two opposites, right? And the same thing if you're doing water magic, air and water go together. So you got the incense, which represents your air, and you got the fire there that represents your fire, your earth and water, and your airs, the air and the water, right? Because they're both kind of connected. And that's the thing, right? If you take a piece of paper, yeah, you can light that bitch on fire. That's fire and air. But if you add water to that piece of paper, that's earth, right? You add water, and then you add the fire to that, well, then it's going to turn into air. It's just going to be smoke. Now, isn't that absolutely amazing? You're doing the opposite. You're going from earth to water to fire, and it becomes air. How crazy is that? With just a piece of paper. And right there is some alchemical shit that could blow your fucking mind if you truly meditate on that. Because it's actually pretty profound. You're taking a piece of paper that comes from a tree. That's why if you take a leaf off the tree, why doesn't it burn? Why does it only smoke and has trouble staying smoke? Because there's life still in it, because there's water in it. So you have this piece of earth that's got water in it, two negatives. And you're adding a positive to it, but you only have the one positive. And it becomes air anyways. But point is, I was going to try to make a math problem out of that, but it didn't really work out. But the point is, it's the same process. That's why you got to wait. You got a dry piece of wood. You got to get all the water out of it. And then you only have earth, and you can light earth on fire. And likewise, you can put fire out with earth. Sometimes better than water does. Smothering it sometimes works a hell of a lot better. And that's why our fire extinguishers, they come out liquidy, but it's a base. It's actually, if you look at the molecules, if you look at the chemical fucking molecules, the fucking elements that are in there, it's really a base. It's really a solution that is liquid kind of in nature, but it's mainly like a base. It's mainly like an earth substance. But yeah, so that's just some shit for you. But, that's kind of the process, and that's these things are all on your altar, right? So buying these things, I light the incense, and I dedicate it to my deities, and I light the candle and I light for deities, and these things are bought with the money I earn from whatever, and normally it comes from the divine, so I put that money back in, and I give it back to the divine. But in reality, if I'm going to do something, it's going to be out of my way. I'm going to do some research, and that's taking time from me to the divine, right? I'm taking my precious time just to look up what they want. That's showing some fucking dedication and some respect right there. I'm taking my precious time because, these beings kind of live forever in the minds of men, and if they're ethereal, well, they can be in all places at once. A good representation of this is the planets. And I don't mean astronomically the planets, like the moon and the sky and all that, which, though I can make the argument for the same thing, but I'm talking about the planets in your birth chart. My birth chart, my Saturn is going to come around, right, whenever I hit the midlife crisis, but that happened for my dad about 10 years ago, but it didn't happen for me yet. Point is, everybody's Saturn in their chart's coming around different times, and technically, every minute of every day, someone's Saturn is probably just reaching that point, meaning Saturn is hitting everybody at different times, kind of at the same time. He's everywhere all at once, yet he's up in the sky, but yet he's inside of Siddhara bottom chakra, all at the same time. There's the point of these planets being deities. This is why I use planetary magic more than anything at all, and that's why I know the most about this stuff, and I'm not even going to claim to know even a tip of the iceberg. But point is, he could be everywhere all at once. So can Venus, so can the moon. These things are amazingly powerful. Everybody who looks up to the moon at night and thinks it's a beautiful thing and wonders what the fuck it is adding power to even the deity that represents the moon, because there's correlations there. That's why people try to put fear into the moon, saying it's this or that or demonic, and people try to say sun worship's bad. So they rather take a fucking book created by man with a false fucking god in it, not saying that God isn't a representation of one of the real gods, or it hasn't been attached to it, which is why I don't really want to talk bad about it in case it is one of the things I'm worshiping, and I don't want to put a bad connotation on something I'm worshiping, through some language fucking bullshit that I don't know because it's been done behind my back deliberately. But so I'm not going to talk bad about that God in either one of those books, because there's two separate books. The Bible is one book, but there's two different fucking things in there, and many within those two polarities. But point is, they give us a book with a false God, or a picture of a god, or what they deem to be God, and tell us to worship this, and tell you that worshiping the bright orb in the sky that gives life through photosynthesis to the plants, vitamin E in our skin, among so many other fucking benefits I can name, and the moon, which governs the tides, and oh man, the moon is so beautiful with the water, how it affects things, and it's amazing. Oh no, don't fucking worship those fucking things that you can see that affect nature. Don't worship nature that's always reincarnating, yet you motherfuckers gotta die. Maybe if we worship nature, we would have a better understanding of how to reincarnate versus dying, just fucking the way our life has become and what we're told. So to me, it's just idiotic to take this book and believe in it when it's just people telling you to believe in some other person's bullshit narrative, or many people's bullshit narrative. And then we even know that kings and queens and people have fucking corrupted it and put shit in there. And yet it's still used in courts today. None of this shit makes sense. Absolutely bullshit. But yet what we can see clear as day out there, what happens in nature. The pine tree never fucking dies. The pine tree never dies. What's up? What's up? Just absolute bullshit is what it is. It's fundamental, absolute bullshit. But yeah, sorry I had to go give my daughters outside some shit. Some bubbas and some juice and some wipes for their shoes. But yeah, to me it's just stupidity to not believe in the trees and nature and the insects and all this. I mean, there's places around the world where people are learning from beavers and shit like that. Heard that in the Graham Hancock thing this morning with Russell Brand. They met at a thing in Utah where they're actually learning how water energy, water production, dams, stuff like that, they're learning from the beavers, which is beautiful to think of. I mean, there's a reason we have it on our 5-cent coin, a beaver, here in Canada. But yeah, so to just fucking blindly take other people's opinions and what to learn is just stupidity. And yet, I'm not telling anybody who does this is stupid. I'm calling the people that indoctrinated us and started this thing. And technically, those people aren't even alive today. Okay, the people that started this process did a long time ago. Technically, there may be people privy to this information that are alive today, but they still wouldn't know the whole fucking story. They would know that they have to keep the fiction going, and they would know a little bit about the truth more than anybody. But technically, whoever did this to us is dead and long gone, and there's probably nobody out there who truly remembers the real truth. Now, I know this is going to be controversial, but everybody in the truth community today, everybody trying to find truth, okay? The only people I like in truth communities are the people that understand that the fact that we've been lied to is the only truth we can claim. That's it. That's absolutely, positively it. All right? And this is why I don't like to focus on truth or anything, but I am addressing it here today. I'm going to give you a little bit of something after from somebody. It's not very long. I'm not going to take up 3 hours of your time, which is videos I think you guys should listen to. Although, everything I put on here, I do believe you guys should listen to and go check out. I'm going to try to put on the old links for all the old videos I've done, but everything recent, I've been adding the links to the description. Some shit's been deleted from YouTube. Even on my own personal website, there's things that got deleted for whatever content and bullshit and blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm not fucking scared of anything. But the only truth that we have to cling to is the fact that we've been lied to. And there lies the problem, because can you trust somebody that's lied to you? Can you trust somebody? No. That's why when kids find out about Santa Claus being fake, they get pissed off and they have trouble trusting their parents ever again. Even though the parents feel like they were just doing the best thing for their child and having that magic and all that, and they were just trained to do that. If your wife lies to you or cheats on you, or you cannot trust her again, neither can you do with your husband. All right? So there might be some things that are true that we know, but because of the fact that they've lied about so many important things, then we can now finally start proving it, then we have this problem where we don't believe anything that's out there. And once again, there are people probably privy to some truths or have some of the explanations for some of the reasons, for some of the fictions, for some of the bullshit we have today in high spots. But technically, this shit's been handed down from generation to generation. And unless the generation previously told them everything, absolutely everything, then we don't have the full truth. And I'm guaranteeing you right now, there's somebody down the line who, whenever it was time to pass something on to their son or their daughter in one of these elite families, they changed, altered, exaggerated, or didn't give them the whole truth out of sheer fucking... they're probably dying on their deathbed realizing that they were some fucking evil fuck their whole life and didn't want to tell their kid the full reason why and change the reason why. And that person probably changed it for their kids and all that. So even the fiction, the explanation for the fictions from the elites wouldn't even be the complete truth. Even if we get an explanation, it isn't going to be the goddamn truth. Even if we get disclosure, it ain't going to be the fucking truth. It's never going to be the truth. Even if it's what they've fucking been told, it can't be true. It won't be true. And it's not even going to fucking matter. It's hard to live your life when you don't know where you come from. It's hard to do shit when you don't know your true history. And it's hard to do anything when you know you've been lied to. But instead of focusing on the fucking details and trying to prove that our point is right and trying to prove that we're smart and we deduced this and deducted this and figured this shit out and trying to push that belief on other people, we should just be focused on the fact that we were fucking lied to. That's the only thing that matters. That's the only truth that we need to unite the whole fucking world to keep happening. No, I'm not judging anybody. Trust me. I'm not even judging the people I'm saying that are continuing this fiction and continuing to lie to us. And I'm not even judging the people that have done it to it in the first place. I understand all this came from either some fucked up shit when they were a kid that fucked them up, some fucked up programming that they were told to do, or some, trying to be like daddy shit or be like mommy shit or whatever. Or it's all needed for the human process. I don't know, and I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter to me. This is why I can kind of watch this shit objectively, but it won't really do me any good to watch it either. And I understand that. But the people that are lying to us now are just the people continuing it as like some kind of family legacy and for some probably arguably greater good shit or to see if the evil battle can win, but none of it fucking matters. And we can blame them all they want, but we allow it to keep going. Because I've given proof of people that have got out of the system. I've given proof that magic, you can use that to stay in the system and thrive. So if you're going to just sit there and watch this shit and complain, well, you're being the problem. You're being the absolute fucking problem. And I don't want to be a dick, but you should get off my channel. This is not for you. I want people on here that do want to change. And if you don't want to go the route of changing, by, of course, there's always the option of, one of the parents who, is supposed to pass a legacy on, getting killed before their time being able to pass the legacy on. And the child would have to go through this parent's books, knowledge, whatever they had lying around to figure it out for themselves. And may not have gotten the full idea or, had to ask friends and maybe that person didn't want to pass it on. You know what I mean? There's so many options out there. So we can play the blame game. And there's people certainly helping and continuing this fiction, especially if they know it's fiction, certainly isn't a good thing. And I'm not trying to give them an out or anything like that. I'm just trying to show you or teach you a new way I'll try to subtly do it to get into your mind, but I'll just straight out tell you, just to not judge these people because they may not even know. These people in the court system, to me, every judge probably knows a little bit about the truth of what they're doing. To be honest, I mean, how could they be in that position and go against these people that are becoming sovereign and all that if they didn't, all right? If they didn't understand where all this money they're getting paid for comes from and all this shit, but most of the people in there may not know. There may be some lawyers out there that absolutely don't know, and it's just a bad cycle. Whether the world is 40 fucking thousand years old, or if it's only a fucking 2,000 years old. If all these things of the floods and mud floods and these cataclysms happened, in the 1900s and the 1800s, or if they happened before Christ and all that, we're never going to be able to fucking know. And the people that are the closest to knowing, what I'm trying to say is they probably don't even know. They don't even have the full story. Even if they were given full disclosure from their person who passed the torch onto them, I'm telling you that something got fucked up in translation, just like the Bible, just like everything else in history has got fucked up in translation, has, just been lost. So, with all that being said, I want to move on to some insights that keep coming to me, and the reason I get stuck on this stuff and why I tell people not to watch it. And it is true, I'm doing magic and I'm doing all this stuff in the process. I'm still going along with it, but how effective is my magic going to be if I'm watching stuff about the world and all that? I keep talking about this feeling I got something bad's going to happen, and then I hear Max saying it, and then from there things just go south, and like attracts like. Now, is there something bad going to happen? I don't know. Am I more likely to attract that? Absolutely, if I'm thinking about it. Point is, last night we had a lightning storm, a little bit of rain with it and all that, and I always watch every lightning storm, and I couldn't find one lightning bolt last night. Not a single one. Now, where I am, there's a lot of tree coverage, and there's a lot of clouds last night. The sky was very strange here last night. Before the lightning storm, we had a clear sky in most places, and we had red and orange and green fucking colors of where the blue sky is right now during the day. Where the sun goes down. It does that every night, but it does that like from southwest to northwest in my town. At one point, the whole southwest and northwest is a whole spectrum of colors from yellowish, greenish, to orangish, to reddish. You know what I mean? It's pretty amazing. And the only color missing from the fucking signs is the blue, but the blue's in the sky during the day, right? And then at night we're getting all those other colors, and then it turns black. But I was going on before that, and then we had this lightning storm. I was watching it, and there's so much weird cloud coverage. And then if you think about it, with the shit I'm about to play for you, it's going to make you think. And that's all I want you to do, is try to make you think, because I'm not going to try to sell you these ideas or tell you this is what's happening. With all the chemtrails and all that going on, okay? They create clouds, right? They're creating cloud coverage. And they use excuses from spraying the skies. They're actually telling you that they're fucking up food and all that. And to me, anything they tell you deliberately, I don't know. I don't believe it. I know the food is being genetically modified, and I know there's things proven that things are happening from the skies and all that, but to me, the main thing we should focus on when it comes to that, once again, is just the fact that they're doing something wrong to us, then it's not right. But the fact that they're covering up the skies and trying to block out the sun rays and trying to make it colder because of global warming and all this is not true. But the true fact in there is that they are trying to cover something. And I've been feeling like that for a while. I find it very hard to find the moon some nights because of all the cloud coverage. I find it very hard during the day sometimes to see the sun and stuff like that. Days where I think we have natural clouds, where there's lots of them, you don't see many planes. But days when it's a clear sky, I see a ton of planes out there. And then before you know it, there's clouds everywhere covering the fucking sky up. I fucking can't stand that, for one. But with the lightning storm last night, and all you could see was the light flashes. You couldn't see the lightning bolts. And then I watched this thing. I watched Max yesterday, and then he plugs this channel. And then from there, I'm watching it. And I mean, I don't know if I'm going to play the whole thing for you or not, because he gets into Aquarius, and he talks about angels coming back, and he talks about the rapture, and he talks about the Bible a lot. And he's got a very polarized bad perspective, not bad perspective, but negative perspective, thinking, things are worse than they are and all that. And I don't believe Aquarius is coming for some fucking, going to be some kind of Kraken fucking octopus thing in the sky, Kronos or whatever, or Medusa, coming to fucking kill us or anything like that. I don't believe any of that. So that's why I wanted to give this big, long introduction / fucking, rant about it doesn't matter what you think, and don't take on other people's belief systems as your own. Make up your own conclusions, because once again, they're taking these facts and then they're twisting them and making them fit to something, And I mean, he's not completely wrong with the story we've been fed through the Bible and through other means. It certainly fits. The Bible, he's quoting directly out of the Bible in some instances, where it's just basically talking about the age of Aquarius coming and being the end of times, kind of, But there's other ways of perceiving it, and I've already put content on about that, meaning, when the Mayan calendar ended in 2012, was just entering the age of Aquarius. And it didn't mean the end of the world or anything like that, it was just the end of the age. But point is, the fact that they cover up the skies, I've checked recently, and I live in Cornwall, Ontario, and about a couple of months ago, we felt little tremors and stuff like that. I don't get hurricanes, we don't get tornadoes, and we don't get earthquakes. We'll get high winds, and I'll come to find out Ottawa, Montreal, New York State, somewhere had a tornado or a hurricane close by. Well, not really in New York for the hurricanes, normally somewhere, New Orleans, Mississippi, whatever, down there in that region, wherever you guys get hurricanes, Florida and all that, because we're directly above Florida. If I drive south for a day, I'm going to hit Florida, basically, from where I am. So Florida is directly south of me. Obviously, there's probably some kind of slant there somewhere, but more or less directly south from me. So anything that happens in California, we don't really get the winds from that. That would be more the BC coast, the Alberta coast, maybe the Saskatchewan. But Manitoba might feel that too, because they're kind of like central Canada, even though we're considered central Canada, because the first 4 provinces are huge compared to Quebec's the biggest province, and it's right beside Ontario, but then you have all these smaller provinces on the east coast, so they pick Ontario to be the middle, but technically if you look at it, it would be somewhere on the fucking east side of Manitoba. That would be the center of Canada. But anyways, point is, with One About to Play, he's going to talk about comets happening. He's going to talk about the moon being a plasma, and he's going to play somebody on there. He's going to plug somebody on there, a professor that proved it almost. They squashed it because they wanted to say there was a moon landing and all this. But talks about the fact that the comets and the tremors or earthquakes are related, and all these different events, things that happen in the sky, affect the things on the earth, and that's what I want you to gather from this. And the chemtrails and the covering up the skies and the clouds in the skies, to me, that's its main purpose, is to block whatever might be happening up there. Now, I've seen fireballs during the day, and that's the only thing I'm going to say it is, because I can't tell you if it's a comet, if it's an asteroid, if it's a solar flare. I don't know. But I've seen them. When the sky is blue, I've seen them happen before my eyes. And I've been seeing shooting stars at night. If I go outside for an hour and look at the sky, I can see a shooting star in my hometown if there's no clouds. Every night. Every single night. And I'm not trying to instill fear in anybody. I'm not trying to tell anybody anything. I believe these are cyclic events. I believe these things happen in cycles. And I believe we finally have the technology, or maybe we've always had this technology, and they just always use it, and they always just restart humanity in some kind of way. And by restart, I don't mean cataclysmic. I mean historically. It wouldn't be hard to change what's going on in our world. It wouldn't be hard to change people's ideas and minds and tell them what to believe and change everybody's beliefs. I don't mean a big cataclysm kills everybody off and they restart it that way. I mean literally just generational teaching different stuff in schools and slowly changing what real history is. And right now, you can kind of see that. What's going on? Everybody's talking about we don't know our true history and thinking the government lied. So how hard would it be to come out with some disclosure and say, this is our history, guys. Sorry we lied to you. Here you go. Bam. Here, you have it now. I'll go off and tell everybody the good news. We finally got disclosure. And there's a reset. And that's our new history. Until 2,000 years from now, the people say, whoa. This can't be the history. None of this makes sense. And then the same thing happens over and over again. Just an idea I'm punting out there, okay? To me, that's more likely than these events. But nonetheless, the fact that the skies, I'm looking at the skies right now, I can barely see blue. I'm covered everywhere, everywhere. From real clouds to fake clouds, it's just absolutely covered. And the point is, if I urge you to look in your area to see the seismograph or whatever it is, the readings for earthquakes, and see how many little tremors are happening to you, and how many electrical storms you might be having, high winds, different things like that. He also correlates different physiological effects to the human body, such as headaches, fevers. It's crazy. It's pretty cool. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to dissect it after for you, and my view and my opinion. But it's pretty intense what he goes through, and I just want you to keep your minds open and not take what I'm saying as your belief and not say, this is what it is. This is what's happening. Because in history, they did a really good job. This guy found all the comets. They fucking marked down all the comets that are happening. They had marked down what was happening in the skies. All right, this guy has a good log of this. Once again, I'm not telling you this is real. I'm not telling you this is fake. I'm just telling you what it is. And it's a way to open your mind. And it's a way to look at it from a different perspective. Because feeding us these chemtrails and all this shit, why would they keep allowing that to happen? Why would they keep allowing us to believe that we're being killed by our own government? They're just allowing us to spew this out. Why is that? Why is that? And the only thing I can come up with is they're trying to hide something else. Yes, let them believe we're trying to kill them, and make sure they don't realize that something else is actually happening. Because to me, what we're figuring out isn't the whole truth. They're spraying the skies, yes, but why? What are they covering up? What are these clouds meant to cover up? Why do these clouds start off with a little line, and the main objective is to expand? Why do they crisscross? Why? Why do they want us focused on how much we're killing each other? How much evil? Why do they put someone in office in the United States such as Trump? And they have all this Israel stuff, and Israel is ruling the world apparently, and that's why places like Palestine, I forget the name of the city, but they're being so oppressed because they don't want to give in to Palestine or to Israel. And Israel's the real leader of the world, so that's why everybody else is fucking with them and shit like that. It's all fucking to divert your eyes from space, from the skies. Everybody needs to start looking up. As above, so below. Everybody's focused on what we're doing to the earth and all that, but they're not looking enough at that. If you were actually focused on the earth, you would realize that all our fucking places where our garbage goes is fucking bullshit. That's just pouring fucking garbage on top of the earth. If you ever go to your landfill, if you're one of those people that never seen your dump in your town, you should check out your dump in your town. You should really do that. Because I'm telling you right now, it's fucking disgusting. It's absolutely repulsive. And if you're in Canada, the United States, you probably got a pretty good system where they actually plant on top of it and put ground on top of it. But there's places in the world where they don't even do that, where they just dump it and leave it there for the seagulls and the pigeons and whatever to fucking eat at it. No. And it's absolutely repulsive. If you watch some of these videos from this guy, he actually goes through some of those clips. But it's absolutely repulsive. Now, I've never been to those other places, so I can't tell you what those pictures are, if real or not. But I tend to believe that happens on a mass scale. I mean, the more we consume all these packaging and shit like that, the more garbage we're putting out there, the more we're putting this on the earth. Now, the earth can handle anything. You can bury your remains from your ritual, and they actually tell you to do that. What you can't burn, you got to bury. And the earth will decompose it. I mean, that's the point of compost. So I can't tell you for sure if this crap truly destroys the world or not. Because I tend to think the elements are pretty powerful. I tend to think the water's pretty powerful. I tend to think the earth's pretty powerful. We all know fire is fucking powerful. You can burn your garbage and it just completely disappears. And then, oh, wait, that's bad for the atmosphere. Oh, okay, so we'll put it on the ground instead. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of fucking sense. No, because there's no money in burning your garbage. There's money in picking up your garbage and putting it in a fucking landfill. Believe it or not, there's fucking money in that. But if you burn your garbage, there's no money in that. Some of these places, that's what they do. They burn the fucking garbage. The smart ones anyways. It's absolutely unbelievable. You know, and when do they talk about water? What's the substance in water? It's one of the dangerous ones. And I'm not talking about like oil spills and all that, but that certainly is one of them. Mercury. What is mercury? Air. What's the opposite of water? Air, right? Air and water are the opposites. And fire and earth are the opposites. So instead of burning your garbage, we're putting it on the earth. You know, what's damaging our water? You know, you can't eat too much fish. Why? Oh yeah, watch out for the mercury you're taking in. Are you kidding me? Mercury's fuck. I'm not telling you the chemical mercury is good. I'm just saying mercury is your mind. I'm just telling you how they twist and fuck with everything and make it absolutely outstandingly stupid and fuck with people's mind, because then people get into magic, you know. They think cancer. No, I'm a cancer. I can have cancer. No, that's not what cancer fucking means. They adopted that for a fucking reason. It's absolutely stupid what they did with that, but they adopted it. They're laughing at us. Like I said before, the medical staff's got the fucking snake of Scorpio, and the the cancer ribbon is the fucking Pisces fish, and then cancer, that's the other. They're all water signs. Your emotion, when you fucking fear you're gonna get cancer, you add the actual emotion of fear into that thought. That's how you get the fucking thing. They're just pointing it out to us, making it so fucking obvious. But anyways, I'm gonna stop there. I think I said enough there. I'm going to play these fucking clips, and then I'm going to come back on. I got to make lunch for my girls there right now. But I hope you enjoy. Like I said, don't take his fear shit into account. Don't believe in all these Bible verses and all that. Take them for what they are. Okay? I'm not saying this guy's right. I'm not saying this guy's wrong. I think this guy did a great job of connecting dots and all that. And like I said, the best way to wake up people is to fear them into waking them up, honestly. If people are working their 9 to 5 and you put all this love and light shit out there, what's that going to do? It's going to do absolutely nothing. But if you finally get them to see that something is wrong, if you get them to fear their future and want to do research, and then come to find that, okay, it's all a matter of perspective. They lied to us and the story's different, and no, it's not real, and you got to find, that's how you do it. So once again, I'm not bashing this guy. I think he did a great job, and that's why I'm playing his video. And I'll put the link somewhere in the description for you guys, and I truly believe you should watch it. But I don't want anybody to adopt someone else's belief system. I don't think that's good for anybody. You take his information, you do your own research, as I did. I looked up that professor who talked about the moon being a plasma. And talking about all the laws of the universe and all that, and I'm looking up him right now, actually, or as soon as I get off of this, to get more information on him, because he seems like a hell of a man, and probably a good chance that he ended up fucking being murdered or suicided or something stupid like that. But yeah, all the things that we're being allowed to believe, I'll just do one more, like 9/11. Why was 9/11 done so fucking obvious? And why is their main objective to point out how obvious it is? Well, because they want you thinking, okay, was it a plane crash? Was it a bomb? Was it all the above? Who did it? Why did they do it? Blah, blah, blah. They want you focused on all the details. They don't care if you believe that they did it or not. They just want you focused on the details and trying to prove how they did it, so you never come together and unite. And that's how polarized people are, because everybody that looks at it can almost agree unanimously that it was done deliberately by the government, by CIA, by FBI. Almost everybody come to that conclusion. But instead of being outraged and go against the government, being that September 11th is coming up real fucking soon, being that and then the other thing you have to take into account was September 11th, okay? Set, right? Set, en français, numéro 7 is 7. That's Saturn, right? Saturn, 7. Now, it's the 9th month, that's why 9/11. And if you take 9 and you take that 2, take the 9 minus 2, it's fucking 7, is it not? Ho, people are doing the wrong numerology for this one, but well, maybe not wrong, but anyways, 7 is Saturn's number, and we already pointed out the Jupiter the Saturn in Gemini, all that stuff. But point is, they want you focused on the details and fighting with each other to who wants to be more right. That's how polarized they have us against each other. That's what Trump's main job is to do. It's not to bring down the states. It's not to, I mean, he's going to probably do things, and he may come after magical practitioners and witches at some point to help polarize people in some way or shape or form. But to me, he's going to keep going after the bigger communities because there's more polarity in there. His main objective is to separate the United States and essentially the world, to either being for or against him. It's kind of like Twilight. If you're a girl, are you Team Edward or Team Jacob? Of hockey teams, any fucking thing. That's polarizing. You're either for or against. You're in the group, you're out of the group. You either believe in 9/11, you don't. And when you do, you either believe it was plane crashes and CIA inside job, or you believe it was, insurance fraud. It's just bullshit. And they got us so stupid and so dumbed down that we actually realize that they're doing this shit and we're not doing anything about it. We're fighting over the fucking details. Why the fuck are we fighting over details? Why aren't we saying enough's enough? Why do all these innocent people have to die? And then we're going to fight over the details? How much sense does that fucking make? Honestly, I got tears in my eyes right now. I'm not even joking. It's disgusting that people die. And for what? To fucking polarize people? To get people against each other? To show that they have absolute power over us, that we can't do anything about it? Hell no. I don't know anybody that died in the World Trade, but I don't want any of them to die in vain. Not a single fucking one. Anyways, I had to make lunch, but I'll leave you on that note. Think about them this September 11th. And think about avenging them. I don't mean in a malicious way. I mean in a way that honors them. Why are we fighting? I don't think any one of them would want us to fight.
Look at a rare collection of ancient North American maps from the mid-1500s to the early 1800s, which reveal a chilling story of at least two massive cataclysmic earth changes. One major event in the mid-1600s turned California into an island and later back into a peninsula. It also split a single giant lake in Canada into what is now Lake Manitoba and Lake Winnipeg. This split appears to have caused the formation of the Great Lakes of the Midwest and thousands of smaller lakes just to their north. The second cataclysmic event of the early 1800s seems to have crumbled the mountains containing a massive ancient 3,300 square mile inland lake or sea, which was called Connobus, creating the Grand Canyon, the Great Salt Lake, and all of the destruction we see in the southwestern United States. Not millions of years ago, as we are told by lamestream science. Perhaps by coincidence or not, this massive sea was only about 100 miles south of what is now Yellowstone National Park. We are also told by lamestream science that it has been 630,000 years since the last Yellowstone eruption. Strangely, the trees in Yellowstone look to be very young, only a couple of 100 years old at best. But that's another story. Or is it? Let's take a look at the United States today, at least according to Google Earth. Have you ever noticed that the lush green United States looks like a 6,000 kiloton bomb went off right around Yellowstone and blew away everything to the south and west of it? Unless old man America just suddenly went bald there from aging, something just doesn't add up. By no coincidence, this is right where the Lake Connobus was located on maps up until the early 1800s and never seen again after. This lake or sea, Connobus, was 130 miles long by 111 miles wide. You can still see the heart-shaped imprint of it on Google Maps today, which matches the same shape the ancient cartographers used on their maps. You'll also notice that both the Grand Canyon and the Glen Canyon start clearly at the perimeter of this ancient dried-up lake bed. Another coincidence? Researchers of the mud floods and Tartarian destruction might recognize where this is going. But Sherman, Let's set the Wayback Machine to 1544 and see what the early explorers and cartographers had to say. They were the Google Earth of their time, after all. On these maps before 1650, notice California as part of the mainland, Lake Connobus to its northeast, and the remarkable absence of the 5 Great Lakes in the Midwest. We can see that cartographers from the 15 and 1600s already possessed very detailed knowledge of the towns and peoples in these lands, yet failed to map or mention the biggest lakes in the world? Then when did they appear? Where did they come from? And what massive event created them? Suddenly, sometime around the mid-1600s, the Great Lakes appear out of nowhere, and California is now an island that ships can sail completely around. How did that happen? From 1650 up until around 1810, the Great Lakes are consistently shown, but we can see that some of the maps show California as an island while others still show it as a peninsula. At this point, we must emphasize that plagiarism was the norm in cartography, so we have no way of knowing what and how much are copied from earlier maps. These are obviously not the only maps in existence for that time period. Other maps may come up showing there were Great Lakes indeed mapped at that time, in which case the Great Lakes theory would be out the window. It is just that, a theory. But one thing that really stands out is that Connobus was clearly there right up until around 1810, as was California, an island. On the maps from 1810 and onwards, Lake Connobus is nowhere to be found. The Great Salt Lake appears west of where Connobus used to be. California is no longer an island, and maps are lacking any detail of the whole area. Something drastically changed the topography of the land. But what? In part 2, we'll examine the comet records and also the slew of bizarre electrical atmospheric phenomenon, earthquakes, volcanoes, plagues, and other strange events happening worldwide at exactly these same time periods. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. In part 1, we looked at a chronological series of ancient maps that suggest at least 2 major geological upheavals and topography changes to the United States. The first, sometime in the early to mid-1600s, and the second in the first decade of the 1800s. I know, we would have been told about this. Our kids feel the same way about it. Objective and subjective reality can often be 2 different universes. Anyway, we touched on the possibility that a Yellowstone eruption may have taken place around the early 1800s, along with the crumbling part of a mountain range 100 miles south of it, which freed and spilled a colossal ancient lake known as Connobus, creating the Great Salt Lake, the Grand Canyon, and all of the geological destruction of the Southwest. We are left with the glaring question, if these events occurred, how and why? It might seem that the comet records of those centuries is an odd place to look for such clues, but as it so happens, they reveal incredible evidence of almost supernatural electromagnetic atmospheric phenomenon, comet appearances, meteors, plagues, disease, supervolcanic eruptions, and major earthquakes of almost biblical proportions happening worldwide in exactly those 2 time periods. Our first question is, do comets, plasma discharges, and electromagnetic atmospheric anomalies have any correlation with superquakes and volcanic eruptions?
Why, yes they do, Bob. Thanks for asking.
But rather than do our nuts in with the pontificating mumbo-jumbo lingo of the National Academy of Sciences and the AGU 100 Advanced Earth and Space Scientists, we'll leave links for those of you nerdy types interested in the details. To sum up in semi-understandable language for the rest of us, basically studies were done in the Izu Island region of Japan, which confirmed the existence of SEMS, or seismo-electromagnetic effects, which is a sciencey term for physical, electric, and magnetic field disruptions, which happen a month before major magnitude 6.0 earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, which build in intensity and culminate to a peak just hours before these quakes and eruptions. There seems to be a which came first, the chicken or the egg debate in the scientific community. Are the earth changes below causing the magnetic and electrical field changes above before these events, or the other way around, or both? Whichever it is, the correlation definitely exists. Could comets and electromagnetic atmospheric phenomenon from above affect seismic activity below? Before we blow our minds with the year 1816, known as 1800 and frozen to death, the infamous Napoleon's Comet of that time, and the New Madrid quakes of 1811 that decimated 5 Midwestern states, let's go back to the late 1500s through mid-1600s and have a look at the freakish phenomenon going on at that time, not just in America, but all around the world. 1582, comet, earthquake near Lima, a tempest or violent windy storm in May. 1583, earthquake in England. Not London, the whole of England, the plague sets in. 1586, comet again, earthquake in Lima again, plague in Turkey, locusts and plague. 1590, comet, an earthquake shook Europe and also the Azores. Europe? All of Europe? What kind of event shakes all of Europe? There was a plague in Finland and pestilence. 1593, comet, earthquake in Persia. Severe winter in 1594. Pay attention to these severe winters in relation to these patterns. Their relevance will become apparent soon enough. 1597, comet, pestilence and great plague in England. Cannons were fired and aromatics burned to shake and purify the air. 1599, comet, plague in Italy, Portugal, and Spain. 1600, comet, earthquake in Italy, pestilence everywhere that scourged Europe for some years. 1607, comet, great atmospheric commotions, here we go, swell of the ocean and rivers, sea levels rising, floods, Great Lakes, anyone? A winter of uncommon severity followed all over the world. The whole world? Was this Halley's Comet? 1609, comet, another earthquake at Lima, eruption of Mount Etna, plague, sailors seized with calenture, which is a delirium normally suffered in the tropics, electromagnetic interference of brain function, perhaps? 30 dead bodies in one day thrown overboard in Sir Thomas Gates' fleet bound to Virginia. Dead from what? Delirium? Neptune, the god of the sea, and Jove, which is Jupiter, the god of thunder in the sky, were on bad terms all year. This means fighting or catastrophic weather. So rough were the waters that it was many years before sleek Panope, who is a female spirit of the seawater that accompanies Poseidon, would gamble on the level brine again, meaning there were no calm sea waters for many years. 1612, comets. Storms at sea laid 2,000 dead carcasses on the English coast, 1,200 on the Dutch shore. A plague in Constantinople destroyed 200,000 people. In summer, Europe was covered by grasshoppers. It is a known fact that electromagnetic waves affect grasshoppers and locust swarms. EME complexes are fitted to vehicles and unmanned aerial vehicles today just to combat flying locusts in transit. So what drove them all into Europe? 1614, comet, suspected eruption of Mount Etna. 1618, 2 comets, earthquake in Rhetia, Switzerland, hurricane in Bermuda. 1620, comet, followed by cold winter, violent storm and tides. 1625, comet, eruptions of Hekla in Iceland and Palma in Spain. 1632, Mount Vesuvius lost 200 feet of altitude by burning, earthquake of Naples. 1633, comet again, another severe winter afterwards. Etna is volcanic for 5 years and an earthquake in London. 1635, comet, another eruption of both Vesuvius and Etna and earthquakes. In America, a memorable tempest. Now, how windy and violent does a storm have to get to be memorable 200 years later? 1638, earthquake in Calabria destroyed 30,000 lives. Also extensive earthquakes in America in June. America? Not Delaware, but known America? Tremendous storms of wind in autumn. In 1639, swarms of small flies on the sea near the coast. Like all insects, flies are affected by electromagnetic fields. 1640, a remarkable meteor in America at great elevation early in the morning. Very curious meteors seen at Boston the following years. Curious, as in not expected. 1647, comet, earthquake in America. America? Where? All of settled America? Plague in London, and in America influenza was general and very fatal. 1652, another comet, earthquake in South America, another eruption of Mount Vesuvius. 1658, earthquake in America. 1661, comet and earthquake the next year in America, followed by the Great Plague of 1665. Aside from putting the modern-day man-made climate change hysteria into a different perspective, I don't know about you, but I find it strange that comets, earthquakes, volcanoes, plagues, strange brain diseases, raging floodwaters and seas, and electromagnetic-affected insect swarms seem to all get out of control around the same periods of time together. Coincidence? Perhaps. But what we should be asking is, with all of this electromagnetic and geological turmoil going on worldwide, is it possible or so far-fetched to suspect a combination of, or even one major cataclysmic event around the same time may be the reason the maps look so drastically different afterwards, perhaps causing the formation of the Great Lakes and turning California into an island? Let's jump forward to where things get really crazy. We're talking Twilight Zone crazy.
You just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
1786. The early part of the year was cold. Aurora Borealis, April 29th. A flood, November 5th. This is not impossible, though it is very rare. The scientific explanation for Borealis is that charged solar particles interact with the Earth's magnetic fields and collide with gas particles that cause the characteristic glow. They tell us this happens at the magnetic poles constantly because the magnetic fields are stronger there. They are usually green due to collision with oxygen particles, but exciting different gases can produce different colors. What is interesting is that suddenly Borealis will start to be seen in England and the United States leading up to the 1812 event. So what was going on with the magnetic fields on the Earth at that time for this rare phenomenon to start being seen more often? 1787, comet, Aurora Borealis on St. Paul's Day. 1788, two comets. The autumn was very tempestuous and hurricanes in the West Indies. On the 17th of October, a remarkable meteor in Connecticut. 1788, a singular halo in Connecticut, 28th of May. On the 27th, there had been fine auroras again. A remarkable black spot was seen on the sun the 9th of November, and there was famine in America. Earthquakes closed the year, and a remarkable cloud, light, and storm. 1790, three small comets. Earthquakes in Africa, and in 1791 an earthquake felt at Lisbon, and Aurora Borealis in October 1790. 1792, another comet, earthquake felt in Perthshire, and a comet again in 1793. 1794, right after this, the crops fail in England. 1795, Mount Vesuvius broke out in flames on the 15th of June, And in America, a species of headache with vertigo became epidemic. He says no bleeding, opiates, nor aperients, which are constipation drugs, had any effect on these headaches. Meteor, September 9th. Could this be an electromagnetic atmospheric disturbance causing this strange epidemic? 1797, 2 more comets. Hydrophobia epidemic in Rhode Island. Suddenly everyone is afraid of water. Do they have rabies? What on earth was going on to affect brain physiology? 1798, comet. A severe winter followed. There's that cold again. 1799, 2 comets. Storm of wind and severe early winter. 1800, violent storm of wind. Chimneys blown down at Hackney. Floods at Martin Moss. 1801, comet, much flooding in December, early snowfall and cold winter. Again, aurora borealis in September. 1803, comet and great meteor in November. 1804, comet, northern lights on St. Cecily's Day. 1805, 2 comets and a curious vortex, like a vapor on elm trees, which turned out to be insects. The bugs are going crazy again. 1806, and here is the curious bit. I shall now be more brief in my notes, as the journal from this period has been published already by me in my book on atmospheric phenomenon in 1823. So what kind of atmospheric phenomenon was going on in this period that deserved a detailed section and an entire book on the subject? But I digress. 1807, comet. 1809, comet, the cornfield strewn by tempests in September. 1810, comet. In autumn prevailed a bilious epidemic with hypochondriasis, which is chronic health anxiety. The whole summer had been unhealthy, and get this, the atmospheric electrometers had indicated a peculiar fluctuation of the electricity of the air. Oh, really? The clouds exhibited all the year the most whimsical and grotesque figures, and my aerostatic experiment showed various currents at once. Really, you don't say. 1811, comet with very brilliant tail, the largest seen for many years. See my journal for that month in atmospheric phenomenon. This comet was visible to accurate observers from May 1811 to July 1812. Electricity disturbed and clouds had very strange shapes. Pestilence in the south of Europe and Asia, and another comet recorded. We'll get right back to this comet shortly, dear viewer, for this, I believe, may be our culprit for 1812. But it is worthy to note that from this point on in his records, there are annual comets, diseases, and epidemics mentioned through 1834, but suddenly no more strange light phenomena, no earthquakes, floods, tempests, or volcanic eruptions, with the exception of one earthquake in Scotland in 1817. As we mentioned earlier, there is a correlation between atmospheric electrical phenomenon in the ether and geological disturbances such as earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Could these comets be the cause of all of the aforementioned atmospheric electrical phenomenon in the ether in those time periods, triggering all of the auroras, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, brain disturbances, and even the plagues and epidemics of the time? In the Part 3 finale, we'll revisit 1811 through 1816, the appearance of Napoleon's comet, the wars and revolutions going on in every country on Earth at that time, the New Madrid quake that decimated 5 U.S. states, and the possibility of a major Yellowstone eruption that may have drained Lake Connibus and shifted enough landmass to join California back to the mainland. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.
just subtitles and all that, but it's definitely worth checking out. But it's pretty dark and gloomy, pretty fear-based stuff. But you should check it out. I'll put the links up for it. Well,
The result is
this is important.
and we expect
Professor Foster. Here we go. Here comes Dr. Foster. Professor Foster.
now one thing. You have a theory about the moon, and we expect to be able to get observable facts about the moon fairly soon. What is your theory?
Well, it is by now rather more than a theory. 10 or 11 years ago, I stated to various scientists that the moon is not a piece of rock, but it is plasma, a plasma phenomenon, cosmic plasma, and that this fact will eventually be confirmed. I made certain predictions which were already confirmed in 1958, and the situation now is coming close to a complete confirmation.
What will be the result if you are proved to be correct in your theories?
The result will be profound and decisive because it will give proof that a complete reinvestigation of the laws of nature is necessary. Because if the moon is a plasma, no man will ever land on it. The soft landing attempts will all fail. That means that the mass of the moon is far less than is currently assumed. It's in a different state of energy and it has far less mass. That means there is no more explanation for the tides. If the moon, for example, had only 1,000th part of its current mass, then the tides would only be 2 inches high under conventional theories instead of sometimes 14 feet. And that means that if it is proved that the moon is a plasma, then all gravitational theories are off and a new concept of the cosmos and of its laws has to be evolved.
Aren't you being a bit adventurous, though, because you know we're going to be able to test out your theories on the moon fairly soon?
Well, not anymore. 11 years ago, of course, it was taking a risk. I was considered a lunatic, of course. But by now, the evidence, accumulated evidence, is already so much in my favor that I'm not taking any risks anymore. On the contrary, there is scientific views expressed all over the world now that the moon seems to be of a quite different nature than what was assumed.
And the Americans and Russians are thinking of landing men on.
Well, that will never happen. Not on the moon. On Mars, on Venus, on other planets, yes. But the moon is definitely, as I said, a plasma.
If Professor Foster is right, could the moon be cold plasma or ice-coated plasma? Were the ancient sun worshippers? Or sun watchers? All cultures feared the sighting of comets for good reason. Comet sightings have often accompanied disasters, earthquakes, wars, famine, and plagues.
Mommy and
Yet
Oscar.
NASA claims that comets are just small, icy town-sized snowballs flying through outer space.
Snowballs. Snow can't
It
exist.
snows in space?
Water. What's water?
From what
H2O.
clouds?
There's no oxygen in space. So you can't have water in
Comets
space.
never
The
pass
sun
by
is hydrogen,
any
but
closer
space
than
doesn't have
15
hydrogen.
million kilometers away.
It's fucking what they teach us in school. I should tell you something right there.
Temple Tuttle was the closest recorded, an alleged 3.5 million kilometers away. How can a 260 square kilometer snowball cause so much carnage from millions of kilometers away? It can't, unless comets are not space snowballs that cause chaos, but rather electromagnetic plasma phenomenon in the upper atmosphere that accompany it. A strange cosmology war is currently raging. One side claims we live here, spinning upside down and around while zooming trillions of kilometers per hour. The other side claims that we live on a flat, round plane at the center of a toroidal field, like this map. Suspended in infinite space or water. Both sides agree on one thing. The Earth's atmosphere has a propensity towards constant electromagnetic plasma buildup and discharge. Aurora Borealis. Ball lightning. Red sprites. And all of these other plasma phenomenon. Are space snowballs a lie to hide the true nature of comets?
Leave me alone! We trace the call. It's coming from inside the house. Press one button right now. Just get out of that house.
15 million kilometers away? Or electromagnetic plasma phenomenon coming from inside the house, our attic?
I feel the flow of cash every once in a while.
The Mayan calendar. Cthulhu. Quetzalcoatl. The Demogorgon. The fog. The mist. Medusa the Gorgon. Kali the Destroyer. Shiva the Destroyer. Kronos the Destroyer. Thor. Modern and ancient mythologies are obsessed with world-destroying sky gods wielding fire, lightning, tentacles, and snakes. Religions are riddled with past and future apocalyptic stories and predictions. Native cultures are obsessed with fire rituals. Are these myths and traditions just metaphors for very real and terrifying cyclical events they experienced? Reminders for us to watch for signs and prepare? The Pope's sundial in St. Peter's Square. A bit overkill for a wristwatch, don't you think? Unless it's called a watch because we are watching for something specific. Maybe they just had to be at work by 9:30 in the morning in 1550 BC. Or maybe they were watching closely for the shortening of days. The Georgia Guidestone's post-deluge instructions maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. The Great Year.
With all of the ages, the astrological
We entered into the age of Aquarius in 2012.
We place ourselves right at this position right here where it says 0 years BP. BP means before present. And it also is 25,920 years. So
What is the Son of Man, and why are the biblical Gospels of Luke, Mark, John, and Matthew so terrified of its return? The Son of Man is the current astrological age of Aquarius, the water bearer. The Son of Man has often been termed the water of life. The Son of Man in man demands his own. His cry is, "Cease torturing me, cease wasting." Atonement, the action of making amends for a wrong or injury. Planet Uranus, NASA CGI, magically affecting us from 3 billion kilometers away. The actual wandering star Uranus, filmed with a Nikon P900 home camera. 3 billion kilometers away with a home camera? Uranus's journey through Aries is affecting the opposite sign, Libra. The scale pans are wobbling and the balance point is quivering. The Earth's balance is being checked by the mighty cosmic power. Now we understand the real symbolism of this Masonic artwork. In its readjustment, some parts of the Earth will go down, while at the same time new islands will appear and continents will rise. The whole Earth will be purified, restored, and refreshed, and there shall be a new heaven and a new Earth. This will be literally and physiologically true. Plato's description of Atlantis. The Rikat structure in Mauritania, Sahara. Probably just coincidence. The 1606 Mercator Arctic map shows an enormous island called Friesland, due west of Iceland, just south of Greenland's southwest indent. It had 6 major cities, 3 small towns, and its own coastal island chain, and a partridge and a pear tree. It was so important to the region that Mercator gave Friesland its own blow-up in the upper map corner. Van Dodecam put Friesland on his 1605 map. Same place, same shape, same name. Plancius put it on his 1605 map. Dijode, 1593, Friesland. Google Earth, 2019, underwater. Due west of Iceland, just south of Greenland, southwest indent. Friesland. This is the truth, whether we think of Abel's lamb or of patriarchal sacrifices or of that great sacrifice of which they all testified. They all with one voice tell us that atonement made is the only foundation of blessing. As we discussed in part 1, cartographers before the early 1700s all insisted that California was a giant island spanning the length of western U.S. and halfway up Canada. Solarius certainly knew. The highly detailed 1702 Scherer map also corroborates. Unmistakably an island. And now, not so much. In fact, when we look at Africa, we see the exact same thing as the southwest U.S. This time, an elongated blemish with a bulging southeast side. Also with major geological desert and destruction to its southwest. But before 1660, it was Lake Zembre on every map. Lake Zembre is always right there, due west of the northern tip of Madagascar, just southwest of Lake Victoria. Need more proof? Look at these. All that's left of it today is a huge dry scar on the African continent. Whatever happened in 1660 and 1812 in the age of Pisces that changed entire continents and drained at least 2 enormous lakes wasn't even worth warning about in biblical scriptures. In Luke 22:10, Jesus told his disciples how to know when he was coming back. Behold, when ye are entered into the city, there shall a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water, Aquarius. Follow him into the zodiac house where he entereth in. In the book of Revelations, we find yet another mythology of a vengeful sky god coming to destroy the wicked before a new golden age can begin. This sky god has eyes of fire, the voice of many waters, and a sword coming out of his mouth. He's the beginning and the end, or really the end and the beginning, with an army of angels trumpeting terrifying noises from the sky as they come down to kill the wicked. Aquarius is associated by Kabbalists with the 14th letter N, or Nun. This letter literally means Jesus, or fish. In the biblical story, Joshua was the son of Nun, and Joshua is the origin of the Latinized form Jesus. Therefore, Jesus also means fish. It is common knowledge that the fish has been the esoteric symbol for 2,000 years for the Son of Man. But if Aquarius brings in a mighty golden age, why are Matthew, Mark, John, and Luke so terrified of the return of the Son of Man, Aquarius? Cleaning the house involves taking out all of the trash. Bible quotes sound better in the Queen's English. I'll try my best. No one knows about the day or the hour, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour. You also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. It was the same in the days of Lot. People were eating, drinking, buying, selling, planting and building. But the day Lot left Sodom, fire and sulfur rained down from heaven and destroyed them all. It will be just like this on the day the Son of Man is revealed. As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. For in the days before the flood, people were eating, drinking, marrying up to the day Noah entered the ark. And they knew nothing about what would happen until the flood came and took them all away. That is how it will be at the coming of the Son of Man.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Alright, so, what a film, eh? Pretty fucking well made, I gotta say. But, you know, I don't want to put anybody in fear by that. Like I said, it was just to give you perspective, and I wouldn't buy into all the doom and gloom stuff. You should totally check it out, though. The imagery he puts up there, especially when he says all the Masonic artwork there, it's pretty cool. I wouldn't be fearful from it. There's no reason to fear any of this shit, to be honest. Especially if you're on the path of transformation and all that. There really is nothing to worry about, to be honest. But I just like giving a different perspective of things and all that. And like I said before, coming up on the anniversary of 9/11, you know, once again, September. September in French, sept is the number 7. Like I already said, if you take the 9 and the 11, right, 2 ones, 9 minus those 2 ones equals a 7. So once again, that's Saturn's number 7, and September used to be the 7th month, and now it's the 9th month. But anyways, that's besides the point. Just something to think about. But fighting over the details of what happened, and everybody knows that it was a crock of shit and that it was a lie. You know, whether planes hit it or not, it doesn't matter. Whether it blew up or not, it doesn't matter. None of that shit matters. The fact that innocent people had to die and people are fighting over the details of what happened instead of focusing on the fact that either, you know, I don't care if you call it government, Illuminati, or any elite group. Some people are going to say it's fucking aliens. It doesn't matter. Somebody killed a bunch of innocent people and lied to us about it. That should be the only thing to focus on. Everything else doesn't mean a fucking crock of shit, and it ain't worth a damn. And that's the point, to get people fighting over these little things. Because if you're all fighting over, no, this is what happened, no, this is what happened, no, this is real, no, this is true, then you're all against each other, and they're just laughing. You know, it doesn't matter if they did it for fucking to go into Iraq to get fucking the oil, or because there's some fucking energy vortex there for some special place, or because they're using all the pot Well, plus a bunch of shit you don't know about. Why would they really tell you what they're doing? They're only going to give you the angles that they want you to argue about, that they can control the outcomes. I mean, you're not going to tell people what you're really doing. Why would they? They give you the story, the media twists it for you to focus on. But the one thing you should be focused on is the fact that they sold you a fucking lie. And I mean, like I said, I don't know anybody in those towers, and I don't know if anybody died. I mean, I'm pretty sure people did, but everybody that died in there, you're allowing them to die in vain. No one's even talking about it anymore. No one gives a shit, and everybody who does talk about it just fights over the details. What happened? How it happened? Did the planes hit it? Did the people blow it up? None of that shit matters. Innocent people fucking died, and you were lied to. That's what fucking matters. And you're gonna fight over details and blame this group and blame that group, and and just stay against each other. And all these people that died in those fucking towers, and the next anniversary is coming up, and nothing else has ever happened. The people are still, doing this shit apparently out there. You know what I mean? Keeping everybody separate. You're letting them die in vain. And that's the last thing you should do. And I guarantee you that's the last thing any of those people would want. But once again, if you are, let's say, hypothetically, if you are one of these elite groups, all right, this is what people seem to think. There's these Illuminati groups, and they're in contact with higher beings, or they're just doing evil just to be evil. But let's just say they think there's gods or goddesses or something about some fucking entities about to come back. That's what the Bible's about, rapture. Essentially, it's Jesus coming back or God coming back. It's an entity coming back to judge everybody. You're going to kill everybody off first, and then our souls are going to come back, and we're all going to get judged. That's what it's all about, technically. So let's say these people think that's what's about to happen. And, they got the Georgia Guidestone that says keep the world under, 500 million people, and we're at 7 billion, so we're way over. So, what do you do? What do you do if these beings told us to live a certain way, and we're overpopulated, and our pollution, we're dumping it into the water, or we're fucking putting it on ground and just covering it up on the earth? We're making more garbage every fucking day. We're cutting down fucking trees and killing animals and killing insects and all these populations. So what do you do if you're one of these people that know these fucking beings are about to come back and everybody's living a fucked up life? Well, you take down a bunch of people. You make it a sacrifice to Saturn. That's what they think. I'm not saying that's what they did, and this is all hypothetical. I'm just saying, September 11th, which September 7, the number 7, that's Saturn's number. You take the 9 minus those 2 1s, that's another 7, like I said. So there you have a fucking sacrifice to fucking Saturn and kill these 2 fucking people. And the building represents Gemini. It's the 2 fucking towers. It's the numeral, the Roman numeral 2, which is the sign of Gemini. That's why it's the twin towers. And they also took down a 3rd building. Gemini is the 3rd sign, right? I already said all this in a previous video. Point is, this is all hypothetical, but this is what people, like I said, this is only speculation, and speculation isn't going to get you anywhere, but even if this is what these people do, they're wrong. They're completely wrong, but to kill life, this is like an Infinity's War shit, and Frederick Xavier went over all this, like Thanos is trying to kill people for the greater good, almost, right? And that's what these things are happening. World War II, World War I, fucking war in Iraq, all these things, that's all it is. Everybody thinks there's this big agenda out there to fucking kill off the population, and I don't know if that can be true. All I know is what goes around it. All these things that go around it. So to me, if there is an Illuminati and they do all this Masonic stuff and they know all this information, then the people speculating that they are all satanic and all that, no. If this is true, then they corroborated this to do it, to kill people as a sacrifice to Saturn, to Satan, whatever you want to call it. They did it to take care of people worshiping money, trading soul money on the stock exchange. They killed them for that fucking reason there, as a sacrifice, and they do all these things as a sacrifice. And it's, it's polarity. It's twofold. It's one, as a sacrifice to Saturn, saying, we're going to try to keep this under control for you guys. Don't worry about it. You don't need to come down and kill everybody. Please, you want to keep living. We'll do it for you, almost. You know what I mean? They're scared of something happening, so they're taking matters into their own hands. And the other one is to help wake people up. They make it so blatantly obvious. Everything is so out there right now. It's unbelievable. And once again, people are so polarized that we're focused on not the important part. We're focused on getting mad at each other over the details instead of doing anything. But yeah, you would putting us in fear of this end, the apocalypse, floods, and all that. It's not what I want to put out here on this channel, but I don't pick sides either for or against, Trump or the Illuminati or truth or religion or atheism or, you know what I mean, satanic. It doesn't matter. There's no ascending. There's no transformation for these people. There's only reincarnation. This is not a great hypothetical, but let's say Jesus or whoever you want, whatever's Radia or anybody, any ascended being. Let's say they came down, and right, this is not how it would work. Let's say they came down. They would split everybody up, right? Everybody died, and everybody lines up. All right, Jesus asks everybody, all right, so do you believe in me or do you believe in the devil? And everybody like, oh fuck, it was all about that shit, and they go, okay, I believe in you, I believe in you, I believe in you, so people say, fuck that, I believe in the devil, I believe in the devil. They think it's a trick question, so they go with the other answer, you know what I mean? And then at the end, there's this middle group, and everybody's like, well, what these people answer in the middle group, and these would be the people that would be what I would say. I believe in all. We're all connected. We're all from the same fucking source. We're all the same. I believe in, there's many energies that make up my body and all that, and I use those energies to do things. But in all honesty, there is no God, there's no heaven, there's no fucking hell. We're all the same. This is all just a big test. Just like this question would be a fucking test. And the only answer would be to believe in balance, neutrality, doing right. You don't do right because you're scared to go to hell. No, you don't go around hurting people because you're going to be locked in a jail. You do it because you'd be technically hurting yourself. You'd be technically hurting your dog. You'd be technically hurting your daughter. You'd be technically hurting whatever you believe in, the all, because everybody is that same person. Not only that, everything that goes around comes around. You hurt somebody, you're going to get hurt. You hit somebody, you're going to get hit. Yeah, you take money from somebody, you're going to get money taken from you. But that's not what I would tell whatever being was there. Point is, you believe in the fact that you don't hurt other people because you don't want to hurt them. You don't need a fucking system to tell you and teach you to be a good little boy. They made this system probably because there was a lot of bad things happening. I don't know. I can't. That's only speculation. I'm not going to get into more speculation. Once again, this is hypothetical because this is not how it would go down. But there'd be this middle group of people just believes in all that we're all connected and we did right things. We didn't want to harm nature. We didn't fucking want to eat fucking animals, or sorry, not eat animals. We killed animals in the right way and not, clone them and fucking had them intravenously eating and it being all fucking disgusting and torture and all this to these poor animals. We did those people did it in the right way or whatever, and thanked them, the sacrifice and all that, blah, 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 blah. Point is, there'd be this middle group who understood they were balanced. There was, you need enough money to live, but at the same time, you're going to help other people. You're not going to hurt people, and it's not because you're afraid of God or whatever, or you're afraid of the devil. You're just being a good person because we're all connected. And those are the people that would go up the fucking chain. Those are the people that become, the spirits, the angels, the fucking planets, any deities, whatever ascended fucking master spiritual fucking things would come next. And the rest of the people would just be reincarnated because they still don't get it. They still don't get it. They still believe in whatever they're fucking told. They still believe in whatever they're taught. They still don't want to look outside, or even if they do start believing in it, they're too scared of fucking change, or they're too scared of whatever. They don't think they can make a change, so they rather just sit in their ignorance and be ignorant their whole life and just live in, this kind of works and, I don't want to do anything because, out of fear. And that's just as bad, if not worse. That's like knowing someone is going to die and you're just going to turn a blind eye to it. Not even trying to do anything about it. That's even worse in my view of being ignorant. People that don't know any better, they don't know any better. But if you start understanding and knowing what's going on, how can you just ignore it? How can you just not do anything about it? How can you just, it's as above, so below, the correspondence. And knowing 9/11 was all orchestrated and a fake fucking whatever, and you sit there and fight over the details instead of actually trying to point out the fact that, hey guys, it doesn't matter how it happened. Someone killed these people and it's not who they said it was. That should be the only thing that matters, not the fact that, oh no, it was planes, oh no, it was this, oh no, it was that. None of that fucking matters. Oh, well, it was done for Saturn because of this. None of that fucking matters. The fact is, these people died. And for what? For fucking what? It's a terrible tragedy. and it's used to divide people instead of, it makes no sense. And it's the same concept. If you know what's going on or have an idea and you just want to sit in your ignorance and stew in it, not do anything about it, and not help. I'm not saying you need to go out there and protest. I'm not saying you need to go and quit your job and do all this shit. You don't have to do none of that. Find a way to contribute, find a way to help, find a way, and by all means, you start the transformation process that as within, so without. You start changing yourself from the inside, it changes the outside. You're leading by example. That's the only change you need to do. That's why I promote this. That's why I try to tell people to do it. I'm not saying I'm fucking good. I'm a master. I'm not saying I'm great. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just trying to provide and help and be part of the solution and not the fucking problem. I don't want to be the problem anymore. I don't want to watch fucking TV that dumbs me down. I don't want to eat food that fucks me up from the inside out. I don't want to do things that hurt me, my body, or my family. And I don't want to promote anything that's going to promote more fucking killing and genocide and all this other crap. That's why I don't want to put fear-based shit on here or even talk about this most of the time. I'd rather talk about enlightening things. But the point is, it feels like something's about to happen. And the fact that everybody's focusing on all these details, trying to pretend they're smarter than the next guy and say, believe in what I'm fucking telling you and don't believe this guy, is missing the fucking point. Yeah, there's chemtrails in the sky, but why? It's not because they're trying to kill you with this, because they're trying to hide something. And it doesn't matter what they're trying to hide. I'm not trying to punt that notion either. I'm just trying to tell you it doesn't matter why the chemtrails are there. The fact is, it matters that they're still spraying the fucking skies and they shouldn't be. That's what should be focused on. We don't need to go to court and say, well, this is why they're doing it. We just got to say, we know you're doing it, so fucking knock it off. That's it. That's the point. We know you lied to us, so stand down or stop lying. That's the point. We don't need to know why or what the truth is. How the fuck can you find the truth out? There's no fucking history that's real. And even if there is some real history in there because they lied about so much, you can't believe them. Can you believe somebody that lied to you? No, I don't think so. Not too many people do. Once you're lied to, it's very hard to trust somebody. But I digress. I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to be part of the solution. I think everybody should be there. And like I said, don't need to start a picket line. We don't need to do anything. Last video I put out, I told people what I think people should do. I don't think people need to all come up in a committee and, go out there and present themselves so these people can see them and become targets or anything like that. You can do ritual magic. You can do small things in your own head that can have profound changes and differences. And the best part is they can't see you coming. But once again, sorry, I get a little too into this. If there are groups killing people as sacrifices, you know what I mean, they miss the point too, because of the Georgia Guidestones or whatever. They're trying to do it for the greater good and all that, but it's not the greater good. Yes, we're overpopulated, and yes, we're not doing the right thing, but nature will rebalance itself. And, that could be this master reset they talk about and all this shit and climate change. In the video I just showed you, it showed, major things happening in the 1600s and right through basically all these comments all the time. And now we're not hearing about any of this shit, which is kind of weird. But anyways, but major event in 1600, major event in 1800, and everybody went to school. They know their pairs, right? You all did fucking groups of two and finding the patterns. Well, if 2, 4, 6, 8, what comes after 8? Well, you start back over, right? So what year are we in? Oh, we're in 2000 something, right? So 1600 something bad happened, 1800 something bad happened, and we're in 2000 now. So, and the age of Aquarius and the new Trump thing is about to happen. And there's so much crap going around. And like I said, I don't want anybody to focus on this bullshit. But you need to be aware that there's something wrong out there. And if you're just going to be ignorant and not try to at least change yourself, then you are the problem and you should get the fuck off my channel. Because I don't want any hypocrites listening to me. Well, once again, I used to be a hypocrite as well, so I'm not judging you. Everybody has the chance to change and you should change. But don't sit there, listen to this shit, and go out there preaching to people, but not do a fucking thing in the meantime. That's just talk. That's just bullshit. It ain't worth a fucking damn thing. We need to help. We need to change things. Like I said, 9/11's right around the corner again. And what are we going to get? It's pretty quiet right now, you know. I've seen other years where it was a big deal, especially a couple years after and all that, especially when there's these big things going on. But now with the new election, you know, anybody that says anything might be opening up a can of worms. So they're not going to say a fucking thing, which is terrible. They care more about their election than the past people that got killed, which is absolutely repulsive. But, you know, nobody wants to bring it up because there's so much truth movement community bullshit, which in one way it's good, but in the other way, a lot of it's fake, a lot of it's lies. A lot of it is literally shooting you information they want you to focus on. You know, the only truth seeking you should do is your own research. Going in and watching these fuckers like Alex Jones. You know what I mean? I watched Alex Jones shit before, and it helped me realize things, especially about 9/11 and all that. However, you know, he recanted and went back on so many of the things that he said after he got trouble and got caught and all that crap. You know, he was just a fake. He was there to fucking make people in the truth community believe what they weren't getting. The people that stopped watching TV and watched this shit instead, well, he was there to guide their brain, basically. And he did it. Hook, line, and sinker. He got them. You know? He did bring awareness to people. He did help open people's eyes. But then when people realized that he was a fake and a fraud, they turned him off. They got what they needed and they got off. And that's what I'm trying to tell people to do. That's what my ceremonial witchcraft's all about. It's taking what you like out of every system and using it and leaving the rest of the bullshit. There's nothing that says you have to believe in one religion wholeheartedly. You know, you don't have to do everything the religion says. If you believe in Christianity, but you don't want to get your kids circumcised, well, then you don't have to get your kids circumcised. You know, if you believe in Christianity, but you don't want to go to church, then you can do that too. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have to believe in one religion wholeheartedly, just like you don't have to go out there and believe in everything that Trump is saying, believe in everything all these people are saying. They're all full of shit anyway. You shouldn't believe a fucking word comes out of their mouth. But the point is, don't go out there and just believe the media. Well, they got to be telling the truth. There's people out there that make sure they tell the truth. The census and not the FDA, but whoever monitors TV. No, it's fucking horse shit. Come on. Don't fucking open your eyes. It's about fucking time. But the hypocritical bullshit and all that, just stop it. There's no point. Just if you don't want to do any big change, massive change, or you're scared, and that's fine. Just start the self-transformation process then at the very least. And it doesn't have to be anything I recommended. Find your own. Find what works for you. Do your own research. Don't copy anybody. Don't listen to anybody. Do what's real inside you. And if you don't know, and if you think you've been compromised or your mind's not right, then that's why you do this shit. That's why the neophyte grade is sitting on a point and meditating and just trying to take everything in your brain out except for what you're focusing on. You're regaining the practice and, you know, the art of concentrating. No one can concentrate in this day and age. And no one can. We're designed not to be able to concentrate. We're told we need to multitask and do 10 million things at once and not accomplish a single one. That's what life is. Balance, go to work and just pay enough that you can survive a little bit and just stay afloat and have a little bit of happiness when you go to the store and you get a couple things you want and you don't pay off a couple bills and you postpone them and this and that. That's what we're designed to do. Not concentrate and get one thing done and then go move on to the next. No one does that. School's not even generated like that. So you got 4 classes at the same time, and then you got another 4 classes at the same time. You know, that's why they do it. It is one of the reasons they indoctrinate you into it. It's just, but anyways, that's the point. You start this process, you're only doing the banishings and all that, and you're taking back your mind. You're not watching TV anymore, and you're reading books. You're taking in the right information and all that. And after doing that, you receive some clarity. There's no way you can have clarity if you've been watching TV and shows and listening to the media and, you know, doing all these things. There's no way you can if you've been doing it for years. Even now, I have a hard time. Some days I wake up and there's so many things I want to do and I don't get anything done. And it's because I want to do all these things at once. And I know that's wrong. So I literally just sit there and do none of them. And then I feel like, oh, fuck, I'm wasting my day away. But what's the alternative? Trying to do 10 million things and getting upset when I didn't do a single one? Or choosing to not do a single one and at least I did what I chose. You know? That's the point. And then eventually you work up to getting one thing done at a time. You get that discipline. You figure it out and you move on. And then the magic helps you get money and health and healing and all that shit. And there's power in all this shit. But while you're doing this, you're not taking in any more bullshit, and you're getting rid of all your old past karmas and all that. So that's the baby step, but it's a huge step. But once again, don't start it unless you're going to finish it, because you don't want to. I mean, you can start the neophyte and finish after the neophyte if it's not for you, because you're not really doing anything. You're not calling anything to you. You've just been doing banishings and all that, and kind of getting rid of your karma and unhexing and uncursing yourself. All the words you said that ever cursed yourself, basically. Oh, I'm never going to have money. I'm never going to be rich. Anything you said, I am, and then, whatever else after that was detrimental and quote-unquote negative. Well, you're cursing yourself. It's just stupid. You're making affirmations, but you're doing it a reverse. It'd be like a negativation. I can't say it. No, like affirm as affirmation, right? You're affirming something. Well, you're negatively affirming things when you say, oh, we're never gonna have money, we're never gonna be rich, we're never gonna do this. Well, yeah. So these banishings you do in the neophyte grade, stop that. If you're still saying those things by doing these banishings, they stop that. They also stop any negative thoughts coming from other people that may have an effect on you. Some people are powerful and they don't even know it. So it stops those things from happening to you as well by doing these. That's why I said I do one in every room of the house, because the kids can have negative thoughts, and if they put emotion in those negative thoughts, they can create negative thought forms, and those thought forms can stay around them and continuously make them do bad things, and they don't even know why. They don't even know why. They're just mad, and they get so mad, or they hurt themselves, or whatever. It continuously happens and keeps perpetuating. And it's not a good thing. So the banishings do, and my family's not going to do it because, whatever. So I'll fucking do it for them. That's my job now, because I'm the only one that knows this shit has an effect. Because everybody else, and I don't mean ignorant in a mean way or that there's something wrong with them, but ignorance just means a lack of knowledge or understanding. Well, not quite, but it means that you just don't know. You can't know what you don't know, right? If you don't know the fucking sky really isn't blue, well, then you're going to think it's blue your whole life. But once you get up there, and you're going to realize, well, fuck, there's nothing blue up here. Where the fuck's the blue coming from? Oh, you're not going to know. Ask anybody. They're going to say, well, it's the sky. Well, it's blue. Well, no, it's not, you fucking moron. Why is it at night it turns fucking black? Why is it that there's different colors in it at fucking certain times that I just spoke about? Hey? If it's really fucking blue, why does it change? Yeah. Riddle me that. But anyways, I digress once again. Most people are ignorant. They're not stupid. They're not idiots. They're just ignorant. They just have a lack of knowledge. I'm ignorant still in many areas because I don't know everything. There's no way to know everything. That's the first step. Once you realize you don't know everything and everything you do know is probably bullshit, that's the first step in the right direction. You want the truth? This is a quote from Max Egan. He says, whatever the media is telling you, or the heads of state, or the presidents, the prime ministers, whoever, the opposite of what they say is probably the truth. Probably not, though. The opposite of what they say is probably controlled. They're probably going to think you're going to think what the opposite of they say is the truth. Therefore, it's somewhere in the middle. There is no real truth. No one can hand you the truth. I already went through that. But once again, that isn't how it is. Like I said, and that whole Jesus thing is just a fucking hypothetical. He's not actually coming back. No one's coming back. We're stuck on this rock until we ascend. And you don't have to do it together. If we did it together, it'd be great, but we don't have to do it together. If you die and when you die, you're not fucking scared of anything, and you realize that there's no heaven or hell, and everybody is here, technically we're all fucking one, well then you get to do something else. You get to move to a different playing field. But otherwise you just keep coming back, reincarnating, and not knowing what the fuck point is, and then you have to figure out in this lifetime. I mean, we came here just to work a job and then retire and die and have kids. I mean, that's great. I love my children. I love my family, and I love doing things with them. But that's not all there is. We have to figure this shit out together at the same time. We're all here to help each other in this process. We're here for a fucking reason. And it's not just some accident that we were made. They can tell you that all they want, but that's horseshit. Absolute horseshit. We weren't just some fucking boom and then everything happened. Like the video said, they say comets have snow on them. How is that fucking possible? How can there be water in space? Space has no oxygen, right? If we believe what they tell us, space has no oxygen. So the water molecule is H2O, 2 hydrogen atoms, 1 oxygen atom. So how can there be water on a comet going through space if space has no oxygen? You can't have water without oxygen. That's why air and water are opposites. Because you need fucking air to make water. That's why we can drink water and we can get air from it. That's why the fish drink or breathe water, and they need a little bit of air, but they get their air from the water. Their fins, those things they breathe from, the fish, not their fins, but the things on the side of their neck. Well, those things extract the oxygen out of the water for the fish. Yeah, fascinating. You're probably not taught that either. But that extracts the oxygen, and that's what makes the fish kind of live. Well, it doesn't live. It lives off the water, but it uses oxygen just like we use water, basically. We're opposites in that way. Water and air are opposites. It's not fire and water. It's fire and earth, and it's air and water. But in space, if we believe what they taught us about space, using their own words, there's no oxygen when you hit space. That's why they can't use a fire behind the jet. The rocket ship, I think it's nitrogen, I want to say. It's a type of air pushing it, I guess, technically. Actually, it's not air, it's a gas, sorry. It's a type of gas pushing it, because fire also needs air to breathe. So a rocket engine is not fire, because fire can't last in space. Also, whenever they hit outer atmosphere, generally, they just keep going, which is all horseshit too. But they just kind of go towards it and then they turn on that thing. But the point is, there's no fucking oxygen in space. That's using what they taught us, technically. So if there's no oxygen in space, then how the fuck could these things have water or ice on them? It makes no sense. Just like the wind on the moon. You can't have wind without the oxygen and all that. It's horseshit. It's all bullshit. Technically, we're moving through space. We're not, these things aren't coming at us. If anything, we'd be coming at them, technically. And that's why we see them on the outside. And we used to see them in the sky until now. Every day is a fucking cloudy day. Every single fucking day there's clouds. And if you wake up and it's a clear sky, you're going to see the planes start going and spraying the skies. And everybody thinks it's because they're trying to kill us with chemtrails and trying to affect this and that. And they're allowing people to say that. And that tells me if the government is allowing people, or whoever is allowing people to think that they are deliberately killing us with these airplanes and spraying the skies, that tells me that that's what they want us to believe, which means it isn't fucking true. They're doing something else, and that, once again, is not the point. I can tell you what I think it is, but it's not going to serve you. It's not going to do a fucking thing, because it's just another opinion, and opinions don't mean a fucking thing, just like belief systems don't mean a fucking thing. The belief system is just believing what someone else fucking tells you. And it doesn't mean a goddamn thing. The point is, the one thing we all know is that they are spraying the skies. They weren't doing chemtrails, and they retrofitted these things with that, using their own system, going to the patents and all this. We can see that they started putting these machines on the planes and that they're actually doing this. They have people telling you they're doing this. And whether or not these people are doing it on purpose or not is irrelevant. The point is, we know they're doing it. And they want us... They can't hide stuff as well anymore, and that's the point. So instead of hiding stuff from us, they tell us what they want us to know, and they allow us to make up certain conclusions that they've figured out for us or that they've handed to us. Here's a conclusion. They think we're killing them. Okay, well, let them go with that. Let them think they're killing them, and they'll just fear us even more, and they'll never find out the truth. They won't actually look at what the fuck is really going on. Let's pay attention to GMOs. Let's pay attention to global warming and all this horse shit. And really, it's just they want you to believe that they don't give a fuck if you think they're doing this, because it's all to just trick you to not see what's really going on. And people take it hook, line, and sinker. And not only that, people argue about the fucking details. Like it fucking matters. Like it matters. No, that's not what they're doing. They're really doing this. No, they're not killing us with that. They're killing us with this. Who fucking cares? Shouldn't the point be that they're just killing us? Which isn't true either. But I digress once again. The only reason I bring this up is two reasons. I feel like something's coming. And like I said, 9/11 is about to happen again. And it's an absolute tragedy if anybody died in that fucking incident. And the fact that everybody just fights over some political / conspiratorial bullshit is so inhumane to not focus on the tragedy And, I said avenge them, but I don't mean that in like a harmful way to anybody. The best thing you could do is put awareness out there to, you don't have to go out there and tell people, well, they're lying to us. And that's the only thing that matters. Even though that's my message. The only thing we do know is that things aren't real or truthful what they told us. And that's the only thing you can bank on. And that was kind of the point. I threw out a thing here. I was talking about chemtrails, right? They're hiding something in the sky, right? So, and if you go look in your area, you will see that you've been having earthquakes, small tremors. I did it here. I did it today. And we've had some earthquakes as recent as 5 fucking days ago. These things are happening right now and they don't know about it. No one knows about it. We are having these little tremors here. In my town, you don't get much. We don't get hurricanes. We don't get tornadoes. We don't get fucking earthquakes. But we get tremors and we get high winds and shit when things do happen. Point is, these things are happening every day. Okay? And we know there's floods happening. We know there's hurricanes happening. One just happened, right? There's these people shooting people up. Everybody's going crazy. Just like everything this guy just told you in this video happened when these comets were happening. So, are there comets happening? Well, no one knows because the fucking skies are covered in clouds, right? So that's what I'm throwing out there. And I'm not trying to start a conspiracy. The only thing I'm trying to do is show you how easy it is to take facts, twist it, and make it seem like something else. Could it be we're having comets and that's what's causing all this shit? We're heading towards some fucking disaster? Maybe. But I don't fucking know. And I'm not trying to push that on anybody. I'm not trying to start a conspiracy. I'm trying to show you how easy it is to make people believe fucking anything. I think it's very likely what I'm telling you is true, but I don't want you to believe it. I want you to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Because just believing somebody is what put us in this place where everybody believes the same fucking thing and no one fucking is a creative, artistic, or anything anymore. Everybody's just a fucking dumbed down zombie who doesn't give a shit what's really going on and we're fucked right up. And I gotta bring up 4 kids in a fucked up world like this. And it pisses me off to think about it. But anyways, that's the point. Take all these chemtrails and the fact they're hiding in the skies, take all these disasters happening, and you look back in history, you put all this together, and you can easily come up with some conspiracy saying this is about to happen. And you can get everybody on board and saying, look. And if you look for more facts, you can find more facts. And that's all these people have done. It's the same thing as belief systems. Back in the day, if you believe the Bible says after Jesus died, everybody went around spreading the good word, telling people Jesus came back from the dead. Jesus came back from the dead. Well, that's a conspiracy, is it not? They went around telling people conspiracy, and now it's a fucking religion. But it's the same thing happening now. People are going around saying, oh, the government's killing you, the government's doing this, this is real, magic's real, blah, 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 blah. And in the end, it's just conspiracies. And if we make a religion after this, it's the same concept. All these things, and it's that simple. It's just what people believe. You take all these facts, you make up some wild fucking thing, and you throw it out there. Do your own research. Don't just believe people because you can make your own conspiracies up. Everybody can fucking do it. It's not fucking hard. Just to believe somebody shows you how unawake you are. If you think you're an awake being and you're in the truth community and this and that, and you're just believing and following, well, then you're not awake at all. And, you got a hell of a lot more work to fucking do. Be objective. Look at these things with open eyes and take the research out that you need. Like the thing I just put on here. He went into all this apocalyptic shit and how Aquarius is coming down with angels and blah, 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 blah. And I didn't focus on any of that because I know none of that's true. I focus on the fact that these comets happened and earthquakes and volcanoes and floods and the map and all the ground was shifted to the point where California was an island, then it was an island, and now it's a half an island, or I forget the word he uses for that. And the Great Lakes weren't there, and now they're there. And then other bodies of water used to be there. They're not there anymore. I have a map on my clock in the kitchen that I talk about, and some of those things are on there, some of them are not. It's kind of, and that map was made in 1711 on my wall. But the point is, I kind of forget the point now. Sorry. But yeah, no, I didn't focus on, I only took out of there what I needed. Max Egan pointed to that. I wanted to watch that. I watched it, and he's got a hell of a lot of good information. He did a hell of a lot of good research. But then at the end, he takes his research using the Bible, which is biased, but using the Bible, and then he puts his own programming and thoughts on it, which is fine. He's allowed to do that. Everybody's allowed to do that. But what people shouldn't do is take that as their own. Accept those thoughts. Reject, deny, banish thoughts that aren't your own. And when you're doing this, you're just openly accepting someone else's thoughts. Come to your own fucking conclusions. Believe what you want to believe. Don't believe what other people fucking tell you. My God. If everybody does that, we're going to be conned. Oh, wait, we already am fucking conned. That's the problem. We're all been conned. Everything is not fucking real. So that's the first step, is knowing, or the main point of what I'm fucking, this whole thing is about. This, I guess, this truth video, the only truth video I'll ever do, I guess maybe it'll be the title, but it's the point. Just let's not be conned anymore. Let's not feed into the bullshit anymore. And I'm not telling you need to get out there and make your voice heard. In fact, it's probably best if you don't put your face out there and become a target. Like I said, anytime I put any truth stuff on, it gets blocked from YouTube and taken off my website. This is my own website. I bought my own domain, but yet, and it's not even the video. It's a link, and they erase the link every time I put stuff out here like this. You know, I don't even have songs on there. There's not even copyright infringements or anything. And I got copyright infringements on all my videos, yet they leave them on there. And these videos with no copyright infringements, they pull off of YouTube and they pull off of my fucking own website that I own the fucking domain for, that I paid and bought for. But it's through Google, so Google has the rules, right? And I already see, quote unquote, signed and agreed to those rules. But whatever, it's just a fucking link to some information that's subjective. So how can you get in trouble for that? It shouldn't be, but it's against what they believe in, and they don't want to have you associated with that, and whatever. That is what it is, but it's not going to stop me. It's not going to stop anybody. It shouldn't stop anybody. That comes back to that whole con job thing. You know, believe in what we want to believe, and you know, we're going to try to hide this stuff as much as possible. Max, in his newest episode, he says anybody who gets banned, publicly banned, they do that for a reason. They want you to show that. Alex Jones got banned publicly. It was a big fucking show about people that are really doing real good things, real good work. They don't get banned. They get hid. Frater, Xavier, and Birch's channels, you know, they weren't showing up in the suggested the next videos and shit like that on my feed. And he even had videos about talking about this. See, they don't outright ban those people, because if they did that, people would notice. And as soon as you fucking tell somebody not to do something, they're going to do it. And you draw attention to it. It's that negative suggestion coming in. It's that reverse psychology. It's why I say you can't use don'ts and stuff in your spell work. It's all the same concept. But the fastest way to get a kid to do something is tell them not to do it. So as soon as you ban someone publicly, it's the same thing. It's like, oh shit, they banned this guy. He must be doing something good, and you're just going to draw attention to it no matter what. You know what I mean? It's publicity. So if they ban somebody, they're probably a fucking fraud. If they hide somebody, they're probably legit. There's another sign you know someone's real or not. If you got some guy on there talking about he's been banned, but he's got no fucking proof, he's just fucking fraud. He's just trying to make himself look real, probably. But I think that's going to be enough today. I could probably talk about this for fucking ever, but I don't know. I'm getting a little worked up, and first part I got teared up, and now I'm all fucking pissed off, going through all the emotions now. So I don't want to do that anymore. I'll let it be, and yeah. If there's any time, I'll put on a little bit of a Max Egan clip there and see if it's him that keeps getting me flagged, because I know he recently got in trouble on YouTube and all that, but he's awesome. Absolutely awesome, you know. And once again, I think Max is great, Frater and Birch level kind of great, but I'm not just going to believe in what he believes in just because I like the guy, I respect the guy, and I think he's doing great things. I'm not just going to take on his belief systems. You know, even the guys I put on here, like Frater and Birch. No, I watch these guys all the time, but I'm not just going to believe what they believe. I'm not just going to believe what anybody fucking believes. I'm going to believe what I believe is real. And if you don't know what you believe in, well, then that's something you need to answer. Because if you don't know what you believe in, then yeah, you're just going to just wait for someone that comes along and, okay, yeah, that'll be my belief system. No, it's not how this fucking works. It's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to believe in what you believe in. Figure out what the fuck that is. And then find something that works for it. And if there's no one religion that suits you and there's no one spirituality that suits you, then you make your own. That's what ceremonial witchcraft is. And that's about all I have time for. I hope you enjoyed. And sorry if I called you an idiot or ignorant. But I do it out of trying to help. And once again, I was the same. I still am. In many ways, can be ignorant and an idiot and egotistical and arrogant. And it's always continually, you always got to try to strive to be better than that, you know? Instead of going to the people that you love and you need people to change and, I wish these people would just finally see this. Instead of doing that, because all those people are going to hear is, you think there's something wrong with me? You think I'm inadequate? You're the one that changed. They didn't change. They stayed the same. You can't go around telling people how to be. Instead, focus on yourself. Find where you still have problems and work on those. And then once you get rid of most of them, and I can't say you're ever going to be problem-free or rid of all your flaws, but the more you become without flaw, people are going to notice and they're going to want to be like that, or at least look up to it and say, wow, he really did change at the very least. And then it'll be easier to believe you. But if they still see your bad sides, then why the fuck would they want to jump on your bandwagon and do what you're doing when they don't really see you have made a big change or doing these things, you know? You're condescending and telling them what's wrong with them. Whenever, you know, you don't even really know what the fuck you're talking about. So anyways, just a little bit of food for thought there. And yeah. Hey baby, what are you doing? All right. See you next time. What's going on? You got poop? Go poop. Is someone on there? Someone in the bathroom? Someone in the bathroom? Who's in the bathroom?